kick it? My ass, can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. These right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Airing it out. Look, this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Calvin Ridley, 59 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop? Offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Rolling to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd down.
Burrow will throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Second and goal.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
At their own 4-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know,
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Dolphins, nothing.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run with Breida. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. first down, Dolphins.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's out of time.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Check 56. I got one. Right 56.
Here's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Now it's Breida. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
4. And it's third down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Bullock's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run the counter. Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And 7 at the 40-yard line.
Be a long day for you. Check.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They go play action with Burrow. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
This is taken around the 12. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
They run again with Breida. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Burrow. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Melvin Ingram able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And they go play action now. Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brought down by Brandon Jones. Brings up 3rd down.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run for it with Mixon. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long, letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And he is all the way up past the 25. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now in the 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And the Dolphin first down.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Breida. And they're going to him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield, here's Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 39, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass incomplete.
Tonga Vailoa on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35.
Get off the field.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Calvin Ridley His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Dolphins 7.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. One final try for Tagovailoa, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yo, look at me, out of the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yet the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes where you walk your pugs. In a town you create where there ain't no love.
Where do I go? When am I alone? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. Eyes drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Choose us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking, what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my inner rage when it takes center stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. When I hit that. Okay, when I hit that. Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe with a cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay,
hit that. Then I hit that. Cause I ain't liking nothing. Then I hit that. Then I hit that. This is second nature, all is automatic. Instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.
Explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Brains and a brain. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her. How I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half. Had a blast. Can I kick it? With a sprain. Pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex. I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Can I kick it?